Y'all, I'm about to cry, y'all. Like, for real. I'm in there, I'm in the room and I'm chilling with my lady and she's scrolling on social media and she reads that Chadwick Boseman has passed away at the age of 43 years old with colon cancer. Like, y'all, I don't like this. I thought it was fake news. I thought it was one of them little joking articles or something like that. I wanted to believe it wasn't true. But this really just shook me up and hurt me to the core. Throughout the times leading that Chadwick Boseman was leading up to playing the role of T'Challa in the Black Panther, I was watching so many interviews of that brother. And I'm talking about the man had a radiant spirit. A radiant spirit, like for real. Like I don't know, like it was something that you could feel. It feel like he would talk to people as if he known them his whole life. He had a genuine spirit, a genuine vibe about him. You really wanted to see that brother succeed and succeed. He did, right? Like it said that Chadwick Boseman had colon cancer. He's been battling with it since 2016, which means he shot the Black Panther film while he was still battling with colon cancer. Like he shot that film while enduring colon cancer, which is like wow. All of these films that all these great films that he's been a part of. And I heard him talking about like, I don't know, man, the brother just knew, he just exuded life. He exuded life. And that's really why it hurts. Like, I don't know, like his cast members, everybody that seemed to be around him seemed to love him genuinely. Love and respect him genuinely. And it just looked like it was just so authentic. The way they loved that man, like and for real, he didn't even look 43 years old. I never even thought he was 43. But I don't know. He seemed like he had an impact on everybody that he was around. I'm not even lying, y'all. 2020 has been something absolutely great. Like it's been crazy. Like the giant figures that we've lost all across the board, right? You know what I mean? In general, my personal life, I lost my grandmother. My dad's mother this year, right? A rock in my family. Kobe Bryant, the great Kobe Bryant, his daughter, the other individuals that was on the plane and on the helicopter that crashed, they lost their lives. Like, yeah, so many other people. And you got Chadwick Boseman. Like, and I really knew that brother was in tune with, he had knowledge of self, the way he played some of these historic characters in Black history. Thurgood Marshall, Jackie Robinson in 42, right? Played James Brown. Get on up. Like, man, like, this really, really hurts for real. Like, I really, really was like, my mind was blown. And I just really couldn't believe it. And I was thinking about the times I saw Chadwick recently. I saw him recently, like, and doing interviews or pictures being taken of him. And he looked like he was losing a lot of weight. He looked like he was getting frail, like he was sick. And I was just hoping that it was for a movie role. Like he was just losing weight for a movie role that he was playing and it was nothing serious. But he was really battling like colon cancer for real and then still going around acting living in the world as if nothing was wrong and everything was okay. Right? And that is what, like, wow. Like, he was really operating like everything was okay. And it's like, I've seen people do that a lot of times, been battling and suffering with a sickness, but still living in this world and living life fearlessly. And still living and keep it pushing and keep it moving. Like, I don't know if I could be that strong of an individual. Right? But, this really is devastating. I'm talking about, like, he seemed like such the most genuine person you could ever know. Like, and I remember Denzel. Was it Denzel that paid for him when he was going to school? Was it Denzel or Denzel's wife or something like that, I believe, or that paid for him to go to school when he was at Howard or something like that? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm getting that story wrong. Y'all tell me who paid for his schooling. But I believe it was Denzel. It was attached to Denzel Washington. And I don't know, man. The brother just seemed like one awesome brother that had knowledge of self. And we talked about what Black Panther meant, the film itself, and what it meant for a lot of young black kids to see like an all black cast of superheroes and how dope it was and how representation matters. And Like, man, it was just like that whole run. I was like, I felt enlightened, and like you really felt that brother's spirit, to know that brother's spirit when he was going on those press runs for Black Panther. Him and Ryan Coogler, both, the whole cast, like it was just like, but that really shook me to the core. Like this really shook me to the core. This news, man. Like I can't believe it. I'm still like in awe. I'm still in shock. Like I had to go check other media outlets to make sure this stuff was true. We went to his Instagram page and they posted it like the brother really was filming movies with colon cancer. Like, I mean, filming movies and giving out the best quality work ever. And like you wouldn't even know he was battling this. You know what I mean? Outside of you seeing him recently and saying he looked sick, you know, it was reminding me of when I saw Stuart Scott. And I thought Stuart Scott was looking sick when he was like, you know, during the NBA Finals right before he passed and stuff. And then he passed in like January, like the day before my birthday or the day after my birthday or something like that. My birthday is January 5th. I think he might have passed January 5th or January 6th or something like that. But yeah, man, like I thought Stuart Scott was looking sick, and then we found out he was when he passed away. And it was like, this is just like, I'm lost for words. This is like for real. Like damn, man. Like it felt like it's certain people, I promise y'all, that are so like their soul is so genuine, and they just seem like they got a different type of heart beating in their chest. Like he seemed like a brother that had a different type of fire beating in him. Like y'all, like this is a really solid brother through and through. A brother that you would know and be like, man, I want the best. I want that brother to win. Like I wanted him to win. He was winning. Like I'm like, come on. Like I was rooting for Chadwick. I remember I had 42. I bought 42 when I was in grad school, and I was in a place where it was like grad school was very tough. I was fresh out of undergrad, and I was at a whole new different school, and I was in an environment that was just the opposite of what I was used to being in, and it was just a real challenging time. I felt like I was alone and all of that, and like it was just like I don't know, it was a lot of obstacles being set in front, that were set in front of me. And I watched that film when he played Jackie Robinson. I'm like, man, look at all the stuff he was enduring. Like in my mind, I'm not even lying to y'all. When I bought that film, it was something that was motivation for me. And yes, he was playing Jackie Robinson, but to see him in that film portraying the role of Jackie Robinson, it was like, it lit a fire in me, seriously, when I was in school. And y'all, like, man, y'all, this is just like unbelievable. Like I want to say, get the F out of here. You know, somebody get the F out of here. This can't be real. This cannot be real, y'all. Like man, like T'Challa the Black Panther, like man, I don't understand. Like, whew, like he had everybody. Man, people were so excited to see Chadwick. You know, when he went after Black Panther, and it was like I remember saying, man, he's never going to be able to escape this role because he was so great at it. Like, man, he did such a great job, and like, man, that he put everything into that role, and we felt it. It's like he's never gonna be able to escape that role. It was so much where everybody, he was doing the Wakanda salute every time. He was everywhere because people loved it so much. And I mean, like, again, man, such a genuine spirit, man. Just like a positive brother, right? And I'm laughing. I'm thinking in my head, I'm laughing. I'm thinking about when he did the skit for Saturday Night Live with Kenan Thompson. The Family Feud skit, and he was T'Challa. And I'm like, yo, like Chadwick is hilarious, man. It was just so funny. But I mean, it's just so sad to see a young brother gone from this earth at the tender age of 43, man. Like, and you really know when a person is living a good life when they look so youthful. And they much older than what they are, what you think. I'm thinking Chadwick like early 30s. Like, he was like 40 or late 20s. Like, I really didn't know. I didn't think he was old at all. Like, he's not old. 43. 40s was not old, but I didn't think he was even close to that age. You know, and it's like, I know that brother had to be living right. And living a righteous life. Or he has, like, man, like, to be looking that youthful and looking at in shape and all of that at the age he was at, I'm like, man, he's doing something right. He's like, he is really putting out good energy into the universe, and it's really coming back onto him. But it's just so sad that the brother was dealing with this in his, you know, in his 40s. I mean, not his 40s anytime, but it's sad that the brother was dealing with this in a time where I feel like, you know, the best was yet to come for him. I really feel like the best was yet to come. I feel like it was so much more that that was gonna be done, man. And like I'm thinking of the movie that my sister was watching that he has on Netflix. It's on Amazon Prime too. What is that film that came out? 21 Bridges. My sister thought it was a great film. 21 Bridges, man. Like, man, I'm just like, I am in awe, y'all. I'm sorry. Chadwick Boseman has really passed away at the age of 43 years old, man. Oh my God. Like, man, this is just absolutely crazy. And they've been battling it since 2016. Like, come on, man. The man was out here. The man was out here being T'Challa, the Black Panther, the superhero, with colon cancer. Did the Infinity War, the Avengers movie, Infinity War, Endgame, all of that, man. It's just rest in peace to the great brother Chadwick Boseman. We love you. Rest in peace, brother.